Yo, what's up, everybody? Grinders, the Floyd, man. Yo, he's the first one in, man. It's Sam Ash. How you doing? What's everybody doing, man? We are on the precipice. I'm gonna talk about it, but yeah, to be back. It's been a crazy few weeks. Yeah, hopefully you guys like. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming, how you doing? It's been a couple of weeks. Like But yeah, hopefully everybody can check out the previous video I just did. It's my grinders bite. I'm gonna do like little just little things where I don't have to do like the live stream all the time. Like I want to get my point out there without the epic conversations we have. What's up, Eddie T? How you doing? But and also too, with everything going on right now, with the country and things like that, like I just wanted to take a little break and stuff, and I didn't think it was the time. Yeah, I think like we said, my previous video, the live stream we had, guys, was the last guys and girls. The last time we had it was when Sony was gonna announce the PlayStation 5, have that show, and they postponed it. And just want to don't be too political on this thing, but what happened was a travesty, was horrible, and I hope justice gets served. And and I appreciate everybody with their voice and my voice as well. We need to change because this is disgusting. And now that everybody has video cameras, the proof is right there. So we don't need long drawn out things. Like we say it, and that's it. So you know, so hopefully justice gets served, and I hope it does because it was disgusting and devastating. And with that, I think it was a right move, for everybody, and just with all the industry, the gaming industry, and the community to come together and be as one as much and just make our voices heard. And I'm just glad that that's been reflective. Yeah, even I'll turn on the fact that they did not have the show. I think it was a good move because this is still going on, but really we have some the it wasn't the right time to start celebrating. Yo, what's up, Salty? How you doing? About this, and it, when is the right time? The thing is that there's never a good time for anything. But I'm just I'm glad that Sony came out with a date so we could at least kind of get the ball rolling, right? I know, Sam, man. It's yeah, it's horrible, and maybe they do that police reform, like that they've been speaking about, and change this and what's going on, because yeah, it was just it's unfortunate, and God rest his soul, and with that, I really wanted to get into what we some good news, some good stuff with all this like COVID and all the other things. It's just finally we're gonna see this thing. I really hope tomorrow is the day. Yo, what's up, Lincoln Clay? Yo, how do you like that? Before we get into that, hey Lincoln, how do you like that Iron Man VR, man? I'm digging it. I think that's pretty damn cool. That Iron Man VR. You know, yeah, Sam. Yes, 2020 has been a horrible year. Yeah, I remember when they were saying the end of the world in 2012. Yeah, they need to add 8 years to that thing because it's been just garbage, trash. But if there's some light, we got consoles, we got game for gamers. Like at least we got something. Yeah, like and now I mean VR is pretty good. When I saw that demo, I was like, oh damn, I gotta try this. Uh, but like I gotta tell you something. My wife discovered the VR and she's playing that. I downloaded a few songs for Beat Saber, and yeah, I'm gonna have to move my VR now to the living room. It's coming out of the man cave and going into the living room because now the family wants to play it. It took a while. It was a man cave thing, but now it's gonna be ready for prime time. Uh, so yeah, everybody's like sabotaging my friggin' profile. Like everybody wants to play. My son's playing Fortnite. Now my wife wants to play VR. It's been crazy. But yes, hit that like button to Floyd. Thank you. Yo, Darkside Havoc, how you doing? Cyber Dragon, yo! I know, man. I know. So, we're gonna get into it. We got the PlayStation 5. I'm gonna drop some predictions. What I think, you know, and what's going on. I know, Lincoln, man. It is just that thing, man. It's like Man, I want to move ahead with what's going, but you're right. That Beat Saber, man, it's like a workout, especially with like everything going on, with everything being closed and stuff. And you can walk around the block, but it gets your blood pumping, and and with the music that they put in there, it's just so awesome. Like we've been doing all the songs, and my son loves it, but my wife is just addicted to it now. And but yeah, they really like the Beat Saber. Kind of reminds me back in the day, like how we used to like people were interested in that rock band, and you know, I would have like rock band parties all the time, and people of all different types of gaming experiences would just jump in and want to play or karaoke and things like that. So Beat Saber, highly recommended if you have a VR. It's simple, it's fun, and it's awesome. And what's awesome about it too is that you're in virtual reality, so you think you look cool as hell doing all the moves. Like I'm like slashing, I'm like ducking, I'm thinking I look awesome, and then my son shows me the video, and I'm like, oh damn. Like he's been. I'm like, but in the VR, man, I feel like I'm like I'm like rocking. I'm thinking I'm doing like all the dance moves and stuff, and then when you see it outside of the video, it's like, oh yeah, you're not really, man. It looks kind of crazy. But anyway, we're gonna talk PlayStation 5 predictions. Microsoft drops, of course, Phil Ness running wild this week, with a whole lot of nothing to say. And Glorious Kev, what's up? And yeah, Phil Ness has been running wild. We might talk about that. And then yeah, he's been running wild. And Microsoft dropped a new article right now, but we'll do some PlayStation 5 predictions and what I think about tomorrow. And we're gonna go. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Let's get that. Glorious. We will begin. Hit me with that email, YouTube. Yeah. They like to hit me with that email when I play my Glorious, but this is a Glorious. We got to talk. We got a date tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to see the future of gaming, brought to you by Sony and the PlayStation 5. Yo, what's up, A-Lish? It's 24 hours. Now, let me say, if you listen to my previous shows, I go, will a hero emerge? And what the hell am I talking about? Before I get into the predictions, like, what the hell am I talking about? Phil Ness and friends had the microphone for too damn long. By Sony going mute for a year and a half and not really talking about next generation and stuff like that, Phil Ness has run wild. We've been playing on phones in the clouds. It's not about consoles. It's about phones. It's about his trips to Japan. It has been running wild while Sony just dropped little tidbits that got people excited. And finally, after all this time, it is like we are done. Put that microphone down. Give it to somebody that's going to actually do something with it. And tomorrow, Sony has the microphone. And there is genuine excitement, finally, for a real console reveal. A company that embraces the console mentality and generations, nonetheless. Finally, a traditional type of console. I'm just, thank goodness, because there's been so, like, and you know what? It will all come crashing down. And I was talking to Frogs about this last night. If we go into tomorrow and it is all about PC gaming, I know Glorious is getting all excited right now. But if it's all about PC, Sony games going to PC, and about let me play this on my phone, and here's our new controller that you can play with your phone, and it turns into one of those TV type things, Nintendo, I'll come knocking on your door because you're the last real console left. I hope it is what we think it is. And the thing is the leading up to this show. Hey Samantha, how you doing? The leading up to this show and all the stuff that Sony been saying, they've been saying the right things. You know, they'll dab a little bit on PC, and not to say like, oh no, if they say PC, it's over. But like, all our games day one PC. You know, if they kind of pull out a Phil Ness card tomorrow, I'm gonna be bonkers. I'm gonna be like, holy crap, Nintendo, here I come, because there's no consoles left. If Sony's gonna do this. But the thing is that I don't think so, because what Sony's been doing since then is that they're trying to sell you a PlayStation 5. At least somebody wants to sell something that they're friggin' making. A PlayStation 5. And that show tomorrow is going to say, when that show's over, I will buy a PlayStation 5. And that is the key for tomorrow. If we come out of that tomorrow and we're like, I got to get a PlayStation 5, then you know it was well. It done well. And if you look at it with the Unreal, like on when we were depressed after that Xbox 2020, well, like Xbox piss in my face because I can't see shit, because that was nothing that they showed was anything with next generation. People were upset for next generation until Unreal Engine 5 demo, and they showed what the potential of next generation is, and they emphasized that's on a PlayStation 5. It did that. It did it right there. Oh crap, that looks different. That looks like next generation. And that turned the tide, because right after that Xbox 2020, and I said this in my shows, like that was devastating for Microsoft, because that was their reveal of next generation, and it flopped. Sony picked up the pace and went right in there with some gameplay to show next generation, and it was like PlayStation 5, this running on PlayStation 5, and emphasized that. Turned the basically people going, oh wow, PlayStation 5 looks impressive. That only could be done there. I'm going to get into that, Elish, definitely. I'm going to definitely say, because that's something else I noticed too. What Sony did was show gameplay. Then on top of that, they capitalized by showing Last of Us 2 gameplay last week, or 2 weeks ago. And then Ghost of Tsushima gameplay the week before. Gameplay. Yes, they're current gen games, but they look like next gen. They are impressive. So, Sony capitalized on Microsoft's misstep. Yo, what's up, Socrates? They did it again. And now, they are hyping the hell out of this show tomorrow. And I don't think we're going to get an Aaron Greenberg of the Sony camp apologizing for why did they hype this up. They haven't said anything for over a year. They are holding on to stuff. And this is just based off of what we don't know. We have seen their track record over the last years and what they have delivered. Game of the Year winners. They have delivered exclusive deals, exclusive lineups. Like they have done a lot for a track record that, they could show some hokey dokey stuff. Nobody's going to jump on their case for hokey dokey stuff because they've delivered. That's why people are like, well, if Microsoft would have showed, if Sony would have showed that, they would not get criticism. Because they're giving you Game of the Year winners, and they've been giving you that stuff. When you look at their lineup, it's like, oh yeah, well, this game is a garbage game. Oh, that Sony game, Predator, 67 or whatever like that. Nobody's jumping down their neck going, oh, what a oh my goodness, it's over. Because for every Predator, there's been 3 God of War, Spider-Man. You could go on the list. If you deliver high quality games, you're allowed to mess up on a couple. But when you are messing up 24/7, you're going to be criticized. Especially when you're touting the most powerful, most premium machine and you're giving $1 content. So when I say Sony has jumped on the missteps, if they come out tomorrow and show gameplay of next generation games on the PlayStation 5 and do that, It is going to be huge. And you could see the hype that they have built. You could see the hype. That's the thing. Like they did an emoji today and it was trending. The show's not even today. There's a lot of hype. And we will see tomorrow. They have sent an event. I was on a PlayStation 5 last night. A PlayStation 4. Shit, which PlayStation 5? I was on PlayStation 4 last night to send me an event. Hey, check in, invite who's going to the event. I'm like, holy crap. Frog sent it to me. I was like, oh, I sent it out on Twitter. It's like it was a 2-hour event, so I don't even know what's going on. Maybe they'll do an hour repeat. But the thing is that they know what they got, right? They're not sending out emails going, they're not doing tweets going, guys, it's just going to be a couple of games. It's going to be a showcase and, all that pre-damage control. Because if you forget it, Xbox 2020, Aaron Greenberg tried to pre-damage this show. Like, oh, well, it's not our first-party lineup. That's going to come in July. And just it's going to be some gameplay. Assassin's Creed will be the headliner. And he was, like, trying to pre-damage control that Xbox 2020 after hyping it up, too. Then he had to apologize because the gameplay is the thing that slapped him in the ass. But the key point is that Sony capitalized on that. And if Sony comes out and just does, this is how you share game moment by showing next generation PlayStation 5 exclusives that look better than we have seen. Yo, what's up, Finest? How you doing? It destroys the 1.5 years of filness that we've exposed, that we've been experiencing. And talking about some filness, this son of a bitch went around on Wired magazine and was saying the future is not consoles. What the hell are you talking about? And if you heard, I just elaborate a bit on the Grinder's Bite. Phil Ness. Let's see what Phil Ness says. Phil says, consoles, not the future. Yet again, console sales, our strategy. The future isn't just a console. Okay? And, he talks about xCloud and all this other shit. And I'm sick and tired of it, guys. And I know you are too. And I'm sick and tired of the people telling me this is the future. And that's where I really hope. I hope tomorrow Sony does do a 2013 again. They come out and just go, we're not doing that bullshit. Here are the games. Later. I just hope they just come out and be like, we're not putting games day and date. We're not throwing our games in PlayStation Now day one. Like, I know there's going to be elements of those services because they do have them. But I'm just hoping that we still remain traditional and that they make there a reason to buy a PlayStation 5. Because I seriously want to experience next generation console as what consoles have been. Because I'm primarily a console player. I have my PC to experience some Xbox games on, but I primarily prefer console. And I switched to play everything on a PlayStation because they offered amazing exclusives, virtual reality, great games, great selection of exclusive deals. Like, like partnerships. Like I'm playing Final Fantasy 7, remake, Xbox still don't know when. You know what I mean? Like they have done deals that are great. So you have it all under one roof. There's no, and just like Salty said, no tempering expectation. I don't see anybody tempering expectations. Everybody's like, I'm going in head first into this thing. We will see what happens. And if we're disappointed, they're going to hear it. You had 1.5 years, a year to not talk. And this is what you're going to deliver us? Like, there has to be some sort of reason why they were quiet. And what's amazing is that they're doing this show basically the week of E3, and it's going to be and, I'm a little nervous, like with the situation was pre-taped and, all this other stuff going on. Like, is it really going to get the reaction and stuff like that? But they've been doing a damn good job with this remote work with Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2. Yo, what's up, Ravenflow? How you doing? They've been doing a really good job with that. So I think that they've been pretty good with this kind of situation. We will see tomorrow. But we're going back to the topic of will a hero emerge? It's kind of the building up of just people saying like, oh, games as a service, games need to be like Netflix, and it's not about generations, it's about just playing your old games on new hardware, and I'm just no. That's why I do this. No. When the hell did that become a point of gaming? I want when Aaron Greenberg came out with that tweet I mentioned, he's like, we believe in generations of old games. No, you douche. That's not what generations of old games. What you got? What you got? You got 15 Xbox OG games that don't have online. Oh, play 3 generations of Xbox. Got goddamn Crimson Skies running in 4x3 with no goddamn online. Oh, we believe in generations. I'd buy that for $1. You stopped at 12 games of OG Xbox. What the fuck are you talking about? No. Generations means you go, now, here's next generation. This is why you need to upgrade. You don't take games that are coming out now or coming out in the next few months and then slap on your tramp stamp of optimized for Series X because it got smart delivery up your ass. Oh, and it works on a Series X, so now it's a next-gen game. Get the hell out of here with that. What? I could take a shit in a box and put the guarantee on it, but that's still a shit in a box. Like, just because you tramp stamp it doesn't mean that it's a next-gen game, you friggin' idiots. And that's what they did. Xbox 2020 was a bunch of current-gen bullshit with a tramp stamp. And actually, if you're going to show current-gen bullshit, why don't you show, like, a Last of Us looking game or Ghost of Tsushima showing us how we should end the console generation? Don't show me some top-down bullshit shooter from Steam summer sales. Phil Ness just went through Steam to like, hey, look at this. Let's look at the bottom of the barrel. What does he start on page fucking 3 of the top played games on Steam? I think that's what he does. Phil Spencer must go to Steam and go like, hey, you know what? No. We're not starting at page 1 and 2 of Steam games. Yo, let's start at page 6. Let's go. Let's see what we can get on Xbox. Page 6. Start it up. Let's go to Steam. Start at page 6, please. That's what he does. Because those are the people that he's picking out. Page 6 of Steam. Go to your Steam library and look at and start at page number 6. Because that is the Phil Gold right there. That's not next generation reveal. And I was ticked off as a gamer for them to even say that's next generation. And this is our third-party partners. Back to what Eilish said. If Sony has a showcase tomorrow and you're seeing Konami, EA, Rockstar, you see... Sorry, Steve Summer Sale case. No, man, check out Steam Summer Sale. There's some gems on there, definitely. But no one can. We'll, I said page 6 of the Steam Summer Sale. Page 6, not page 1 and 2. Those are the good ones. We go page 6. Yo, what's up, Blaze? How you doing? But the thing is like, if you look at it, and now I forget what I was gonna say because I was just laughing about the Summer Sale. Yes, that's right. Ghost of New Orleans says you can get a good look at a steak by sticking your head up a cow's ass, but you wouldn't take the butcher's word for it. You'd rather take the butcher's word for it. That's right. Exactly. Page 6 is shovelware. That's right. That's right. So my point is that they tried to show you current gen games with the tramp stamp of optimized for Series X. And the thing is that's not next generation. Those are cross gen games. And they will be cross gen games on PlayStation. But you can't. The thing is that in January 2019, oh, I'm sorry, 2020, Booty slapped the booty, opened up his booty hole, and said, next generation, all the games coming from our studios for the next 2 years are going to be playable on all our Xboxes. Yay! So that means he's making all Xbox first party is cross-gen, okay? All cross-gen games, right? And then Sony says, here's next gen. Here's the future of gaming. So show us Spider-Man, God of War. Like, show us next gen. Even if they allow their third-party partners to use tomorrow to demonstrate the power of the PlayStation 5, and then drop it with the headline of a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 exclusive and looks like nobody's business. Dude, they show next generation. And that's it. What Xbox 2020 was a disaster. And it killed any momentum that they sort of thought they had with their teraflop thing. Which, as we've seen, not one goddamn developer has said, oh, the 12 teraflops of Xbox is making us do unbelievable things. No. Everybody's talking about the Sony SSD. That people on Xbox side can't even fathom. What do you mean? I thought it was about teraflops. It's like they won the wrong race. They were in a different race of teraflop race. They thought they won that one, but meanwhile it's about SSDs. The thing is that developers are coming out talking about Sony's SSDs. This is not Sony the suits coming out going, well, we use Unreal 2, we use Unreal 5 as well. Hashtag Aaron Greenberg and Phil Spencer the only two sticking around to try to defend Xbox. No devs are coming out and helping out. Goddamn, the Ori dev came out yesterday and basically shitted on Xbox. He said, call it the least common denominator. The Moon Studio guy. Shit. Like, what the fuck? He's like, well, the PlayStation SSD is so amazing. Like, they'll have to, third-party devs will have to do it for the lowest common denominator consoles. Shit. The SSD, Sony has a custom system in there. All right? Microsoft is just using brute force power, just like with the X, to try to just pump up your games so they look better so that you'll either stay with Xbox, stay in Game Pass. See, that's the thing. Microsoft has tied into Game Pass, and they have to commit to all those games to work on your Xbox because they cannot stop that and say, well, here's your Series X Game Pass, and now you have a third tier of Game Pass. Microsoft's Game Pass subscription model has subscribers. If they just said, hey, you know what? Halo Infinite is only on the Series X. Well, guess what? You as a Game Pass subscriber on the Xbox is screwed because you're not getting Halo Infinite because it's a Series X exclusive. Therefore, that's why Booty committed 2 years of games to all family devices because of Game Pass. They got to satisfy their Game Pass. Game Pass is going to be the Achilles heel on holding back, making them have to develop for last generation consoles. This is why all in on a Game Pass subscription was not good for us. So will a hero come back? Will a person speaking sense? Will a company speaking sense and showing games and letting the games speak for themselves as they had for the last 3 weeks? There wasn't no interview afterwards. There was no discussion. There was, here's Ghost of Tsushima, good night. Here's Last of Us 2, good night. There was no explanation. There was no Phil coming out at the end going, let me explain about what you just saw there. Like, let me explain why this game. Like, no, the game spoke for itself. Grounded shows up. Well, it's a preview game. You could pre-download it. Why the fuck would I want to pre-download a goddamn game preview game? Please explain to me. Grounded is coming into game preview without a campaign because they're going to have you develop it. It's coming out in game preview, but you could pre-download it on June 16th. Who the fuck? Why the fuck am I going to pre-download a preview game? Please. Really? Captain Crunch, I agree. Like, I'm tired of it. That's why I just want games and show me them running on a system that I can buy. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, that's right. Passion projects modding, the B team. They got it. You got to give them time. I don't give a shit what they went through. They are a $1 billion company, $1 trillion company who had devices and were making hardware. If they chose not to support that hardware and not make games for it, that's on them. And as a consumer, that is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. I don't care who turned it around and who went. I don't care. I don't care about the back then stories. I don't care about the parties and taking me to FanFest and taking pictures with me. No. That's all horse shit. It's nice when you have great games and then you could celebrate with the community. But when all you're holding on to is that, oh my God, Phil, can I wear your jacket? Give me your varsity jacket so I can take a picture of you at E3 and can grab my ass. Get the fuck out of here. That's not gaming. Phil bought beers for everybody. Oh, yo, he took us to E3. He bought us some beers. Holy shit, Xbox is the best. No, that's not gaming. Oh, you made him. Oh, you took my drawing and you put it on a shirt. And you're selling it. Oh my God. What? Like, oh my God. Thank Greenie. Thank you. That's not gaming. That's what it all became about, the bullshit. Please, I need somebody to show me games. And there's only one person doing it. 2. I need to see the games that I want to play. I don't give a shit about around the beers. Fly me out to E3. I don't care. You're buying my bullshit. No, that's not gaming. It's like, hey, guys, let's all go out to a restaurant. The restaurant's serving us shit food. Oh, well, at least we're together. Like, come on. That's not going to satisfy your hunger. It's all bullshit. And that's where I get so frustrated and grinds my gears, because why, when I look at Xbox, I see all that bullshit. Smart delivery, the acceleration, Phil's such a nice guy. Oh, look at that great guy from that studio. He responded to my tweet. He retweeted me. That's the bullshit. That's not gaming. That's all cover up. That's all cover up for a lack of games. And a lack of games that people want to play. Phil goddamn Spencer for the last year and a half told me I could play games in goddamn outer space. But Phil, there's not one fucking game you released in the last 3 years that I even want to play on the shitter. Come on. Who cares? Oh my God, all the people in India are gonna play on their phones. They don't give a fuck about what you're making, man. They don't care. You make shit ass games. Your games are shit. The quality is shit. You said better together. Better together. Nintendo, Xbox, we're one now. Better together. Crossplay. They released Minecraft Dungeons on fucking everything. No crossplay, no cross saves. Oh, better together. Really? You were running that around all E3. Sony was the bad guy. I'm tired. It's been so fucking frustrating. It's been so just hearing all the jibber jabber coming out of goddamn Xbox for the last year and a half.
It's time to quit jammering before I start hammering. I don't think so, sucker.
Done. So will a hero emerge? Tomorrow, will they show the games that we need to see and we are hyped about? No expectations. No, calm yourself down, guys. This is not the show. They have another show in July and another show in June. Oh, they're doing shows every month. So, you know what? If tomorrow's dog shit, they got another one to make up for it. That's all we've been hearing. That's all we've been hearing. So please, I'm excited. I'm ready. I want to be involved in next gen. Let's go. 47 grinders. Holy shit. Hit that like button, guys. Retweet this thing out. We're going into predictions. What? Oh, Phil had a... Yes. Smart delivery. Before I go into... Thank you, Maganello. Thank you. Before I go into predictions, let me talk about this smart Amazon bullshit delivery. Okay? Here we go. We're going to talk about this... But
don't get dramatic now, all right?
Oh, shit. Now, let me talk about this. Microsoft took a concept of cross-buy and named it something. Just like they named Hovis method. You know, I thought the guy Hovis was going to come here and blow on my goddamn console. Oh, no, it's this vapor chamber cooling. Gives a shit. It's all marketing bullshit. True 4K. Well, what's that? Well, it could be it could be native, it could be checkerboarded, it could be targeted. It's true 4K. Get the nah. Guys, hit that like button.
Don't do it. I'm warning you, do not do it.
Now smart delivery. Lots of spin. That's right. Now do smart delivery. Basically, you get a game. And it makes sense because guess what? Games are digital now. The digital buying of games is there, right? So there's no packaging that says this is this gen, this is just gen. There is that, but in the digital world, there's really, you don't want to see games that you can't buy. Like, you're not going to want to turn on your Xbox or PlayStation and go, whoa, there's a whole bunch of PlayStation 4 games that I can't play, but I could buy them on my PlayStation 5. No. Smart delivery basically is you buy the game digitally, and depending on where you download it, because they got it right now. If you buy the game on an X and download it on an Xbox One X, you get the Xbox One X enhancements, penile enhancements, 12 o'clock midnight. Yeah, you know, those enhancements that Larry Herb talks about all the time. Those penile enhancements. You download it on an S, you get the 900p version. It's there right now. But smart delivery is a next-gen feature. So when I get the Series X and download the game, it says, hey, I'm on a Series X with 12 teraflops. All right, jack up the resolutions, add all the assets, download the 4K textures, let's go. That's basically what it is. So when Destiny came out yesterday, and they go, Bungie comes out and goes, hey, it's going to run 4K 60 on next-gen machines, smart delivery for Xbox, and a free update for PlayStation. So basically, Microsoft just renamed a friggin' free update. That's right, Salty. Basically, they just put a fancy name on free update. That's what they did. And that's smart delivery. And if you remember from that Xbox 2020, everything was smart delivery, was optimized for Series X. What? It runs on the Series X, so it's optimized just because it runs off the Xbox? Like, they're not even clear what optimized means. It can mean anything. It can mean it's just the fact that the game is playable on the Series X. That's all it is. And if you look at it this way, and after tomorrow, we will know. Microsoft is offering you the Series X, a mid-gen refresh. Sony is offering you a PlayStation 5, a next-gen console. That's the way I'm looking at it, because Microsoft is still tied to the bullshit Xbox One because of Game Pass and all their service bullshit and xCloud. They got all those servers now running on Xbox One S's at 900p that they're going to beam to you over your internet with pigeons goddamn delivering you controllers so you can play the game while you're taking a shit. That's it. Because of their commitment and their failure of this generation, their failure to deliver games and get developer mindshare to even give a shit about the 6 teraflops of the X, because they messed up, now they're committed to the bullshit of Xboxes just sweep it under the rug. It's all one big bullshit family now. And because of Xbox Game Pass and backwards compatibility, they're going to want you to play your old games on new hardware. That's what Greenberg said. That's the future of Xbox. Play your old ass shit on new hardware. Great. And we'll just keep slapping tramp stamps. Shit, how many, what are 3 generations? What are we going to have? Like 3 different tramp stamps on a goddamn box anymore now? It's going to be like, well, enhanced for Xbox One X, optimized for Series X, enhanced and optimized for the Xbox Double X, balls deep on the Xbox Triple X. Like, we're going to have 5 goddamn fucking stamps on these games. It's the same goddamn game. Why not make some fucking new games?
I don't think so, sucker.
Thanks, Phil. New games for new generations. That's what I want to see tomorrow. New games for new generations. I don't want to see current games with tramp stamps telling me that it's optimized. They already played that game. The geyser is dried out right now. They already blew their load with the Xbox One X. It's done. They already tried to sell you old ass bullshit and playing your old games better. I remember people going like, well, I'm not going to play Forza 6 right now, Forza 7. I'm going to wait until the Xbox One X. What is this? And they fooled me with the game backwards compatibility. Oh, here's all the backwards compatibility games. Oh, because the new ones are coming? Nah. You just want to play Crimson Skies again, right? No. Where's Crimson Skies 2? Oh, shit. You want the Crimson Skies 2? Nah. Let's see. They got July. We got plenty of time to talk about what the hell Xbox is going to show in July. We got only less than 24 hours to see what next generation is, because I'm going to tell you this right now. If Sony does do some of the things that I think they might do tomorrow, there's no goddamn chance in hell July is even going to have a goddamn even a blip of acknowledgement of what Microsoft has to show, unless Halo is absolutely insane. Because that's the only thing that has leverage right now. Double Fine's new game is not going to move anything. All right? Hellblade 2 looking great. That'll be great. But if it looks still like Hellblade, we already did that. Okay? Good night. Ice Queen Gaming, good night. So we're going to get into the PlayStation 5. Now, this is what I think for the PlayStation 5. So, tomorrow, I think they're going to show the controller. All right? Go into kind of explain the controller and some of the features of the controller. Then I do think they're going to show what the console looks like. They're not going to talk about price. And the reason why I think there's no price discussion at all was because they moved this whole event from last week. And there were no kind of retail store leaks at all. You know, you have to think about what they changed last week to move it to this week. And there were no leaks. So they really had nothing coordinated probably with retailers, I don't think. Because you would have had some maybe store leaks. They didn't get the memo that Sony was moving this thing. Maybe Best Buy showed a leak. So I don't think price is coming out. Because when price comes out, that's when pre-orders start. I think they're going to wait till July for prices. To start pre-orders. I think they're going to show now. I think they're going to show. We've seen from the rumors that there is House Mark games. They were making a game. We know that they were going to show a game from there was House Marquee. There was the other one was a blue was it the blue studios, the blue studios who made the remake of what is it, the friggin' Shadow of the Colossus. Blue Point. Thank you. Blue Point. And I think Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is there. I think that's the icing on the cake because I said it before when they were talking about Horizon on PC. I'm like, if they announce, I was like, that's almost confirmation that Horizon 2 exists because that will be a way to kind of get the PC players knowing about Horizon to Horizon, get them into the IP, and possibly they might buy a PlayStation 5 for Horizon 2. Not saying everybody is, because a PC gamer is not the same thing as a console gamer. Although Phil Ness liked to tell you that. But Horizon, getting out there, getting that IP out there. That's right, Mog. Yeah, if they can't get out there, like, if they out there, like, they use it as a fishing rod to maybe get people to buy PlayStation 5 to play Horizon 2. And Horizon 2 will be that law. Like, hey, you liked Horizon on PC, now come for PlayStation 5 for Horizon 2. I think Horizon 2 is going to be the big game that they show. But I was talking to Salty, so Salty's show, and he was saying that Santa Monica said they're going to be there. Maybe God of War Ultimate Edition with DLC. I do think, unlike what Frog said, they're going to be remakes. Or redos or remasters. I do think that might happen with this because Sony believes in generations, and they might sell a God of War remastered for the PlayStation 5 and be like, oh, and here's the extra realms that weren't in there. Here's like 3 or 4 extra realms. And maybe if you have the game already, you get an update and you download the realms. I don't know. But I always thought it was so weird with God of War how they just left those realms empty, that you couldn't visit them, but they were still there and selectable, which is kind of weird. And just like, oh, realm's not available, which I was like, that's DLC right there. Or maybe he's going to show his game, that Star game, that the space game that they were working on before God of War. Maybe that's ready to go. All I know is that Sony's been so quiet, and they have dropped such great games that these studios are primed right now for the PlayStation 5. So I do think Horizon is going to be the big walkaway. I don't know. I don't think Sony would just show Horizon and Spider-Man, and I think they would save some stuff. But if I see, my thing is, and I told you this, guys, tomorrow will be the day. And I said this because I've said this so many times on this show that Microsoft does not believe in generations. All Sony has to do is show a next-gen, first-party exclusive game. And it's over. Then they are not doing the same thing as Xbox. That's the whole point. That's the one thing I just want to see and everything that they've been talking about seems like that is just waiting to be dropped tomorrow. But to me, that still proves that a console exclusive is still relevant to somebody, at least. And not this whole, I want kumbaya, everybody plays my games. No, why? Because nobody's playing them. That's why. You know what? If you knew your product is good, just take a Michelin star restaurant. They're not on the corner serving you free samples saying, come to my restaurant. They know they got the good shit. You're going to pay top dollar for that good shit because you know that that's the good shit. But your trash stuff, you got Phil Spencer's on corner handing you out free samples and dollar passes for Game Pass because he knows he has a shitty product. So he's going to hand you that kind of stuff. Say, hey guys, eat a Pop-Tart, play our games. Dip some Chips Ahoy in some milk, play Gears 5. Dollar Tree Gaming. That's right, Glorious. right?
I'd buy that for $1.
When you know the kind of games you're given, give me a Pop-Tart, play Gears. You know what? Buy that box of cereal, play Halo Infinite. Oh, great. Hey, what's up, J-Cat? How you doing? The thing is that they know the quality of their games. Like, I see so many games that are in Game Pass that people are like, oh, I would never play that if it wasn't in Game Pass. Because they don't find that game's worth fucking Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge was $30. $30. Everybody's like, I would never play it. Nobody's playing it now for free. You imagine that game was just a $30 game. You know? That's the thing. What's up, guys? Code, how you doing? 8 more days, old man. And that's... I said this right after that Xbox 2020. I said they did this to them. They had the mic for so long. So long. And they wait until now to be like, oh, you want to see what our first party's working on? Oh, no. You picked a bad time. You got this coming out. And I think this worked even in their favor because now they got this show tomorrow. They got Last of Us reviews on Friday. The Last of Us 2 comes out next week. Then you got 3 more weeks and Ghost of Tsushima comes out on top of that. And let me tell you this. You think after tomorrow's show, Sony's going to go into hibernation and not talk about the PlayStation 5 until launch? Once the cat's out of the bag tomorrow, next gen has begun. Sony's silence is no more. I don't think they're going to just show tomorrow's show and then you're never going to hear anything about a PlayStation 5 again until maybe end of summer. You know? Tomorrow. But I think they're going to show the controller, show the console, Horizon 2, maybe some from Santa Monica, House Marquee, and Blue Point. And then it looks like they got some third-party deals as well. I think they're going to show you Call of Duty. The next Call of Duty. They got to associate Call of Duty with PlayStation because they still got the map packs, right? They're going to show. I hope they don't do too much of it. Sports Call of Duty like EA. You know, I hope they don't drag out FIFA. But again, it's pre-recorded. Let's see what they do. But I do think that it's going to be a bunch of trails of games. They're going to explain it in the beginning. They definitely want a stage. Like, there is something where they wanted to, they already recorded this thing. But see, I don't think so, Kev. I don't know if they're going to go out there and show PC ports. So I don't think. You know, I don't think so. But as who said it? Uma Usha said, the hype levels are overloaded. And they got their friggin' emoji out there. Yo, man, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm going to get excited. Hey, and if I'm disappointed, you know where to find me. We come back here and go, that was garbage. What are they doing? What do they mean? Their games everywhere. What do they mean about PlayStation Pass? What the hell are they talking about? You know where to find me. And then we turn this into a Nintendo channel. And I'm going to start having Mario Brothers jumping around the screen. Yeah, 44. Yo, I got 44 grinders. Same as the initiative. Holy crap. Guys, we have enough people watching our show that are working on the next quadruple A game at Microsoft. I have made it big time. We have 44 people in here, the same amount of people that are working at the initiative. My goodness.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Triple A, quadruple A's. Oh, yeah. Holy shit, we got more people than the initiative right there. That we just got the janitor. Guys, did you just see we have 44 people? We got, yes, that's right, guys. Go. This is a quadruple A stream right here. This is quadruple A content. We got quadruple. Oh, shit, we just lost some employees. Oh, shit, we lost some employees. We got 42 now. You know what? I fired I brought over the janitor who worked on God of War. and the guy who drew the 4K horse nuts over on the Red Dead Redemption 2, I fired them. Those horse nuts were not the. We're dropping down, guys. We don't want to drop down to a AAA podcast. No AAA podcast. We want to stay at that quadruple A 44 watching level. Here we go. We're getting up to quadruple A standards. Matt Booty will be proud. 4K horse nuts for the win. I'm gonna bring them back. That was some detail on those 4K horse nuts. Let's get the 44 likes to equal the amount of people that work at the initiative. To respect them, because they have a lot of work to do. That's a lot of A's and not a lot of people. But we could talk about. I love the time where I could be as big as Bungie, and I'm big. I want to be as big as 343, where I can have 400 people not doing fucking shit. Because that's a quality studio right there. We got 400 people. We got 399 people taking shits and going out to lunch, and we got the one guy who's drawing the Halo assets. That's what 343 does. Oh, wait, at 399 lunches? Yeah, here you go. What's that one guy doing? Oh, he's making the fucking game. Hashtag no crunch. Bonnie and 399 players. Go out there. Get that guy over here. Oh, yeah, he's drawing Master Chief's helmet. Get over there. Yo, first off, the initiative. That, like, I don't talk about July show. More about PlayStation predictions. Yo, what's up, BitCloud? How you doing? Yo, we got more employees. We got more watching here than employees at the initiative. Oh, my goodness. We are quadruple A quality right now. But the initiative said they want to be small and nimble. Right? They said this already. Okay? And I always say this to when I have an Xbox fan on one of the shows. Shout out to Salty Show, and I'm saying this to Kev, to Cal over at a Tick Podcast. I was like, do you really, really think for
I'd buy that for $1.
they are going to drop a game that, first of all, just look at The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. A game like that. I just finished Horizon Zero Dawn, right? I just beat it. Finally, because I was getting ready for 2. Hopefully that's tomorrow. But I beat it. I'm doing the Frozen Wilds now. The size and scope of those games, do you really think in that game, just that game, don't even talk about DLC, just that game as it is, you would put that in a box of Pop-Tarts $1 Game Pass subscription? Even for $15 a month, do you think a game like that, day one, will exist in a subscription service? Did Disney put Frozen 2 in Disney Plus day one? No, because they knew people were going to go pay for it. Did the Avengers go into Netflix on day one, Endgame? Did they? No. Netflix got The Defenders. Not The Avengers, The Defenders. Okay? Let me be clear on that. The Avengers did not go into Netflix day one. Netflix hired The Defenders. A ragtag group of people for Netflix. A game of that caliber that is such an L. If Microsoft does that, they will be taking a hit of hits. Just look at Gears 5, the only high quality game we could even compare to going Game Pass. And thank you so much. Over 50 people watching. Holy shit. Hit that like button, everybody. We're quadruple A's. We're going into Sony standards right now. This is crazy. That's right. Quadruple A podcast right here. Here we go. We're in Sony land right now. But do you really think? Yes, hit that subscribe button too. Thank you, Salty. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe. Woo! Hit that glorious.
Glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
But do you think that one of those games would live in a subscription service? Gears 5 is the only high quality game I can say that, and look how it's been compromised. Look. They added microtransactions out the ass and out the mouth. Up the ass and out the mouth. friggin' $5 for a skin. Oh, you could grind for it. You could play it in escape mode. Nobody gives a shit about escape mode. Nobody's playing escape mode. That was the brand new mode. Rod Ferguson doesn't give a shit anymore. He's gone. But you can't just get the skin. The skins that were in Gears 5, you had to pay for them. $5. They littered the game with expensive-ass microtransactions that nobody gives a shit about. And that killed the progression because you unlocked flags. You didn't even unlock skins. You unlocked flags and bullshit for Gears 5. It killed the progression of it. But that game, I think, was not even a victim of Game Pass. I think a real victim, and unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong. Please, I'm wrong. Please be wrong. Halo Infinite will be the ultimate compromise for the goddamn Dollar General Game Pass. And I will be devastated. I will, if that 343 pulls some Game Pass subscription service free to play bullshit, you know where to come. Right here. Because Halo is the last straw. It's it. I think I already had my last straw. Halo is the only gleam of light that's shining outside of what an Xbox was to me. That's it. It's Halo's it's the last straw. Without it, they could keep their AA single player Game Pass subscription bullshit. I might even throw out my goddamn gaming PC because I don't even want to experience nada from Xbox anymore if Halo is compromised. But will a game like we're going to play next week exist in a subscription? Do you see one son of a bitch on Twitter going, I can't wait for Last of Us 2 in Game Pass. I wasn't interested in Last of Us 2. I can't wait for it to show up in a subscription. I'm not going to buy it day one. No. Do you see somebody going, oh, Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know. I'm not into samurais, but I'll try it out and when it shows up in my Game Pass. No. But then you look at bullshit Grounded and go, I wasn't going to buy that shit. It's in Game Pass. I'll try it out. That's what an Xbox turned into. I wasn't going to play it, but it's in Game Pass, whatever. Like, I'm not hungry, but I'll eat this bullshit anyway. Like, that's what, like, that, like, how the hell is that an exciting, how the hell can you be in a gamer when every goddamn game that comes, that is shown to you, you're like, well, I'll just get it in Game Pass. Yay, prosumer. Guys, they know what they're charging you for. They're not stupid. All right? They know that you're eating some Pop-Tarts and playing Gears 5. They did that shit. They know that you dunk those Chips Ahoy's in that fucking cup of milk and you're playing Grounded and you're playing Ori. They know that. Okay? They're not stupid. Hey guys, you want to know what they're going to show in July? Remember Don't Nod's game? Yeah. They love that. Oh, from the makers of whatever that episodic game is. Don't Nods. So they're going to give you an episodic game. Perfect for Game Pass. Exactly. It's the ramen noodles. And they still leave you thirsty after you eat the noodles. You're thirsty for games. That's why. That's why when you look at what Xbox has become, it's hopes and dreams. It is. It's hopes and dreams. Because you want to know why? They're thirsty. They're not satisfied. And if they could get rid of this whole bullshit dilemma and Phil Spencer could stop taking them out to dinners and all this other bullshit and stop retweeting and saying, I love you, Phil, you're the best, this idolization, and they really look at it for what it is, as a true Xbox fan, this is not it. This is not it. And you could tell because they're always looking for more. Well, they're just getting it out of the way. No, fuck that. When they're on prime time, you imagine playing a football game? What kind of winning team would you have if you have a quarterback who's throwing interceptions and you're like, he just threw it away. He just getting the bad stuff out of the way. And the motherfucker keeps throwing interceptions. What kind of winning team? Eventually, you got to go, hey, you know what? Come over here. I got to put somebody better in. Because every time Microsoft has this show, XO19, Xbox 2020, it's always like, they're just getting that out of the way. That's the problem. That's the problem. For the last 3 years, it's been they're getting it out of the way. But they got so much to show. If I was Phil now, I'll be dropping Halo trailers right now. Why would you sit and wait till July to not drop a Halo trailer? I would have dropped a Halo trailer today. Some gameplay footage of Halo. Why wait till July? Why? If Halo's so big and so huge, they talk Smash Brothers, a friggin' fighting game for over a year at Nintendo. Revealing little moves and characters and menu screens for a year. They talked Ghost of Tsushima. They talked we saw more gameplay for friggin' they shown Days Gone. It was months before it. Their Game Informer covering it before it came out to build up hype for the game. Halo has been ghost. Some bullshit little movie trailer. It's right, Bonnie Ross better ring with Halo. You want to know what's so funny, guys? Code. You know, with Halo 5 and Halo 4, we have already played the beta already. And if that doesn't scare you, that scares me. Because Halo 4, we had a beta in the spring. Halo 5, we had a beta at PAX. A week before it. What do you get for Halo? Now, we played the betas already. The betas were done. They were in March and February for the other Halos. We ain't seen shit for this one. Multiplayer beta? Yeah, where? Oh, they're going to show that in July? Or they're going to say beta coming this holiday? Or some bullshit like that in the beta month like they pull. But with the other Halos, we already played those betas. Those betas came out in the spring. This is the only Halo we have not even had a beta or anything. When it's a Halo year, they used to talk Halo the whole year. Now it's Ghost. Now it concerns me. Exactly, Rozzy. That's exactly the problem I have. Is probably they're going to release Halo Infinite like everything else they release in Game Pass. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Oh, you want big team battle? Next month. We hear you. We hear you. No. When Ghost of Tsushima drops and Last of Us 2, they're not, Neil Druckmann not going to be there. Well, guys, sorry. More content's coming. Sorry. Drop feed, exactly. Now, why? And Captain Crunch, why do they drop feed, right? Why? Why do they drop feed?
I'd buy that for $1.
It's the way to keep their subscribers. See, that's the problem. Microsoft is artificially extending the life of their games by giving you incomplete games. And that's why tomorrow's show shows me complete games. Next week, we'll be playing a complete game. That's the point. Game Pass has compromised these games. Just like Minecraft Dungeons came in hot, right? Doesn't have cross-play, doesn't have cross-save. It has a 5-hour campaign, more DLC coming. So what they do is they take a complete game and they drop feed it to you. They drip feed it. That's not games as a service. That's bullshit. That's what that is.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Yeah, that's not games as a service. Fortnite's a goddamn game as a service. It's a complete game that you want to spend extra money to get more to enhance your experience. It's not an incomplete game with, oh, well, next month's content drop will be new maps because we only shipped with 2. No, that's not a games as a service. That's an incomplete game. That is bullshit. That's what that is. That is a bullshit. And that's what they've turned into. That's why people question their quality. That's why games come out 68s and 69s and 70s, because they're incomplete games. GameSpot re-reviewed Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, the goddamn housefly that won't die. They gave it an 8 after they trashed it at a 6. It took them only 3 years. Guys, 3 years for goddamn Sea of Thieves. 3 years for it to get 2 points. Because they finally put enough goddamn content to make it worth the damn. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. 2 years, Raven says. 2 years. Still, it's not 2 months, not 2 weeks. 2 years to get 2 points. 2 years for 2 points. The problem is, the ship already sailed. You have one chance to make a first impression. It's hard to get people back after you just shitted on them. Especially if they paid $60 for that shit at launch. To know that 2 years later, it may be worth $60. That is messed up. 2 years. Come on. That's just insane. Oh, that's great. That's so consumer friendly. It's such support. That game needed the content it has now back then. And the fact that that's what Microsoft calls a service game is spooky. Because that's not a service game. That's an incomplete game that you're shipping in hot and adding stuff to. So tell me, again, back to the main point. A game like Ghost of Tsushima. Yo, what's up, Meds? How you doing? But a game like Ghosts, does that live in a subscription? No. So that's why when people say the initiative, and we had 44 people in here just as much as initiative, are they making that kind of game? I don't think so. And if they do, Microsoft will take a hit and I will play it. But if it's something, that's the thing. Like if they make great games, no complaints, I will play it. But I just don't see the games that Sony and Nintendo are delivering living in a Microsoft ecosystem with this whole subscription model. I don't see it. But we will see. But that's why I need tomorrow to show me next, because that's the thing we've been saying. Next generation exclusive games. That's all I want to see. That's it. And that will break the narrative that Sony is doing exactly what Microsoft is doing. Because Microsoft does not believe in generations. Sony does. And because of that, Sony is going to have a better, easier time and a more exciting time to sell you a next generation console. Because hopefully, after tomorrow, they give you a reason to own a PlayStation 5. If you have not had one already, just with the legacy software and potential sequels that they've had and the quality games they've been delivering, tomorrow will give you a reason to buy it. That after the Xbox 2020, people are like, oh, next gen's going to suck. We've hit the cap or something. I hear people saying, like, we hit the cap. You know, that's it. And then meanwhile, Unreal Engine 5 demoed and like, ooh. Yeah, exactly, Mog. You know, if they're like, oh, Horizon 2 is going to come out on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to take that. You know? I don't know. I'm not going to like it, you know what I mean? But, like, they have a big... Sony just has to be, you know, consistent on what they're doing. And I think they know that they hit an issue with their games. They know that their games are hitting a certain like, you know, quality, things like that. So I do think that they could do that. Like, I do think that they could just deliver on it. But we need a hero. Because I've heard a year and a half of services playing games on mobile phones. And the future is not console gaming. Consoles, and you know, just to tie in there, and I know we lost some grinders because everybody's probably going to eat dinner. But one thing I want to just leave you guys with is this thing that just came out. Oh, crap. You know what, guys? I'm so sorry. I did not have the chat up at all on my thing. Oh, shit. This is one of the... When I hit all the big grinders, and I did not... Sorry, guys. There we go. Nah. Too late now. An hour and a half in. Oops. Sorry, guys. But I appreciate all you guys liking the video, sharing it out. Hit that subscribe button too. The subscribers have been huge. I want to thank you again, guys. Yeah, let's get those subscriber numbers up. Let's go, baby. And yeah, and definitely hit that notification button, because I know some people don't get those notifications. But I like to try to do this once a week, every Monday and Tuesday, or Monday and Tuesdays. Plus, I'll do the grinders thing as well. But one thing I wanted to point out here before I let you guys go and get your dinners, at least on the East Coast. This little tidbit. So this is what they dropped, right? Right before the Sony thing tomorrow, Microsoft updated their thing, right? Just to kind of summarize of what we know about the Series X. And they keep touting their studios, they're touting their all their stuff. What I think is very interesting in this is they go here and talking about, oh yeah, the 12 teraflops. Oh, it's a hyperlink too. I gotta click on what 12 teraflops are. But what I think is just weird is, like, you come down here and it's like, here's Xbox Velocity Architecture. What was it? Where is it? It's like up top. Yeah, the fourth bullet point. Excuse me? Like, why is this in a console conversation? Xbox Series X and the future of Xbox. Like, importantly, more than 80% of console owners also play on PC and mobile. That's why we're building Game Pass and Xbox Live and Project xCloud across console, PC, and mobile, so you and friends can play on your next great adventures together on any device. And this is what's hilarious, right? Any device, right? Just look at this hypocrisy. And this is the thing that just drives me crazy. This is the thing that this goes back and forth. We come all the way down here, and what did he say? This is the weirdest thing. It says it right at the bottom of something. Oh, here's that smart delivery bullshit. Please. What the hell is it? It's where they say the console, the C's, the Phil Spencer C's. Where are they? Here they are. This is interesting. This paragraph. I don't know if you guys read it the same way I read it. But here. It says here that, just going along the whole thing with the 80% of people play games on phones and PC, including Halo Infinite this holiday, and a combination of Game Pass and Project xCloud are converging to create a new future for games. A differentiated future that puts you and your friends, not a device, at the center of the experience. Not a device. They keep emphasizing not a device, not a device, not a device. But then Xbox is uniquely positioned to deliver a player at the center inspired vision, because we're deeply committed to key areas: console, content, community, and cloud. Yo, what's up, social? I'm just confused. If the not a device is a point that you keep making, how the hell do you say we're deeply committed to console? It's basically content, community, and cloud. I don't know why they put console in there. It makes no sense. They keep specifying throughout this whole thing that you are the center. It's not the device. So why would you have devices as part of your C's? It's content, community, and cloud. That's the thing. I don't know why. But see, they put that in there because they're trying to damage control that. They really said, fuck you, Xbox console owners. They've been saying that to you for the last 3 years. That's what they've been saying. But they put console in there because they think, like, oh, we're committed to console. And notice they put it first. But it's completely hypocritical to what they're saying. And this is the thing. If this is what they want to do, fine. If Microsoft wants to go to content, community, and cloud, fine. But stop it. You're doing exactly what you did in 2013. Sony and Nintendo are delivering lights out. Console gaming has not even been bigger than it has been this generation. They thought that phones were going to kill consoles in 2013. That's why they had smart glass and all this horse shit. The thing is, the consoles have shown such growth this generation, it's huge. Sony and Nintendo have dominated the console space. If Sony and Nintendo were struggling, I would say, yo, we're all going to the cloud. But Sony and Nintendo are having lights out sales in consoles and hardware and software and services. They are doing lights out, Nintendo and Sony, and they're doing it by delivering quality games that people want to play. Microsoft has just bought some studios, AA dudes, and are trying to get that content there and have shifted their position because they failed at selling a console. This is a failure strategy. This. And what I don't like is don't tell me because this company failed that this is the future. I believe there are some elements of this, cloud and streaming, that's fine. But don't tell me, oh, nobody has consoles. Who the fuck are you talking about? You might not have a console. The other two are doing fucking great. So you take your L, go play in the corner with your dick, and enjoy yourself. Because it is a you problem. We are doing fine over here. Nobody's dropping expectations for tomorrow. Nobody's going, oh man, that Last of Us, I'm worried. Oh shit, that Ghost of Tsushima, that looks like shit. No, nobody. But we say, where's Halo? And people are like, oh, give them time. Give them time. Get out of here. But that's right impatient. Microsoft is changing the narrative to favor them because they have lost. That's why it feels like, oh, the console's not our strategy anymore. Yeah, because that's not your strategy anymore. But that's not for gaming. Gaming is doing better than ever because of the console. And PC's doing better than ever because of Steam and the competition with Epic Game Store. Everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing fine. Nintendo's rolling. Sony's rolling. PC and Steam are rolling. But who are the people that are fucking failing? Microsoft. And who are the people that are not making money? Xbox. So don't feed me this bullshit. And I don't like that people jumped on this without calling this out, going, yo, wait a second. The same fucking people that lined up to buy an Xbox One in 2013 are going, well, it's not about the console anymore. Oh, but 12 teraflops though, I'm excited. You're talking out your ass and your mouth at the same time. Microsoft has confused the fuck out of you. Because they sold you a product and they had a mentality and they changed it because they lost. And they did not change it like Sony changed their shit. They didn't change it like Nintendo changed their shit. That's why there will be no comeback from Microsoft. And a lot of Xbox fans agree. Microsoft will never catch up to Sony. Never. And they agree. Because, listen, Nintendo came back. How? By going back to the hardcore. Nintendo was doing waggle and spinning around. Woo! Wii and grandmas were buying it. But guess what? Grandma stopped at Wii Sports. They sold a lot of consoles, but they didn't sell a lot of software because they stopped at Wii Sports. So Nintendo doubled down and said, oh, well, let's do the Wii U. It's about iPads and stuff and TVs. And let's do more hardcore games with better graphics and stuff like that. That failed. Because they didn't have the games coming out at the right time. What did they do? They went back to the drawing board. They made a mobile hybrid console. And what did they do? They delivered a Zelda, a Mario the first year, Splatoon 2. They delivered Smash Brothers. They delivered the games that the hardcore played. And they brought back the Nintendo fans. They brought me back because I skipped a generation. Back. They brought back the Nintendo fans. What did Sony do? Oh, waggle this. So, you know what? Like the power and the cell processor and all this other shit. $700. And made it hard for developers. What did they do? They made amazing exclusive games near the end of the PlayStation 5. They turned it around and made great games to get back their loyal customers. They got back their core audience, and they got them back. They got them into price, and they brought the content to them. They got the deals with Destiny. They got the deals with Call of Duty. They made they made all these first party amazing games. They got The Last of Us 2. They made The Last of Us 1, and they made it friendly for developers. They got all the indies on board with them, and they made the PlayStation 4 what it is. Now Microsoft faced the same issues that Sony and Nintendo faced, a down hardware year, a down hardware console. And what did Microsoft do? Did they go back and say, guys, we need a Mech Assault, we need a Perfect Dark, we need a Halo, we need a Fable, we need to make great games again? No, they didn't do that. They didn't come back and go, guys, we need to go back to our core audience. We need to get back what we lost with the 360. And know what's funny is that early when Phil started this, that was his mantra. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to beat them. We're going to win. They had the Titanfall deals. They had Dead Rising. They had those deals. We're going to win, he said. Xbox is coming back. But then Satya didn't agree with that. Or Terry Myerson. What the fuck? Who cares? Microsoft didn't believe in that. And what did Microsoft do? Did they go back to their core audience and say, we're giving you what they want? No. They took away Snap. They took away Kinect. They stopped making games. They stopped making games. Who does that? In any of my little stories that I told you, did Nintendo stop making games? Did Sony stop making games? Did any of my little nice stories that I told you about a comeback, did any of those guys stop making games? No. In 2016, they stopped making games. They went into their cocoon, and they emerged as a bitch butterfly. Going, oh, well, if they don't want to play, they blamed the gamer. That's the other thing. They blamed you. They said you didn't buy our games. You, the core gamer, did not buy our service. You. And because you failed us, we're going to go bark up PC trees and mobile trees. There's potential with those customers because you, Xbox core audience, failed us. They blamed you for the bullshit. They're like, we gave you Gears Ultimate, Halo 5. We bought Tomb Raider for a year. We given you, and you didn't do it. You did not buy it. You didn't buy our console. You didn't buy our games. Maybe you want, and then you cancel Scalebound. It's better for you. It's better for you, he says. We cancel Scalebound because it's better for you. That's the problem. They blamed us. And they abandoned the core Xbox console. The guy who waited and bought 6 of them. 6 of them. And said, you don't know what? Well, PUBG, motherfucker. PUBG. What?
No deal.
PUBG? On the world's most powerful console. PUBG. Broken ass game. Instead of going back to the audience and their core audience, they abandon their core audience to go to people that don't even care about Xbox. You know, people, the PC dudes, they're sitting there like, you come to us, Phil, give us your games. We'll take everything and give you nothing. Give me my Steam sale, I'm buying your games. PC guys don't give a shit about Xbox. They just think that Xbox bent the knee now and they're giving you the games now. I think it's great. But think about what they did. They abandoned their core. They lost the identity of the console. Now he wants to go put these games on a goddamn phone. Phil Spencer, what do you think about that?
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So when we thought about how can we get as many people playing
That's no goddamn
on a phone
fanboy
as
right there.
possible,
That's no goddamn fanboy right there. That's
We're
the
really
head of
focusing first
Xbox.
on what it means to play these games on your phone. So we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
I'm trying to use the phone!
And that's fucking Pee Wee Herman. But that's Phil Spencer's words. Getting people to play on a phone is the winning strategy? What? In any of my comeback stories, did one of them say, like, guys, just screw the console, phone is where it's at? Like, come on. And you say this bullshit in a year that you're releasing a console. You know, say this shit 2 years after, like, before a console release or years after. But you don't say this when you're trying to show a 12 teraflop, $500 machine and then telling me, well, 80% of you guys play on phones. What? Stop. And that's why we need a hero. Please. Don't do what Microsoft is doing, Sony. Please don't. Show us next-gen exclusive games. Show us Horizon Zero Dawn 2 that makes our friggin' eyes bleed and we go, that's next-gen. Make me proud to spend $500. Hell, it doesn't matter if it's $600. If they show you games that you want to play, you will pay it. The problem is when they show you games that you don't give a shit about, that's when you say,
I'd buy that for $1.
or I'll wait for it in Game Pass. That's what happens, and that's what July. Oh, Ground is. Well, I'll just wait for it in Game Pass. Like, no game that Sony's releasing that I'm saying I'm waiting for Game Pass. I'm like, shit, can I get that earlier than next week, please? That's the difference. Content. If they're committed to content, they should get rid of the C and say quality content. Because to Phil Spencer, you know, we got games. Phil, Ori's a nice game, but we got Scorn. We got Next Gen. Phil, please. Page 6 of Steam, please don't. Because Phil, we got Smilegate. Remember those guys? Where's that game? Where's Battletoads? Where's Battletoads? I heard the 12 teraflops of the series. The reason why we don't hear anything about Battletoads is the 12 teraflops of the Series X has allowed Dahlia Studios has allowed them to squeeze the maximum 3 Battletoads on the screen at the same time. They're the only studio that said the power of the 12 teraflops allows them to put Rash, Zitz, and Pimple on the screen at the same time. That is unprecedented. It could not be done on their OG Xbox. They could not get 3 Battletoads on the screen at once, but the power of the Series X has allowed them to get 3 Battletoads on the screen, hence why we haven't heard anything about it. It's amazing news. It's breaking news. It is absolutely insane, and they're the only dev that talked about the 12 teraflops because of the 3 Battletoads. It is absolutely amazing.
He is barely my assholes.
Yes. It's amazing breaking news. And you heard it here first. The power of the Series X has allowed for 3 Battletoads. But where's that? Where's Battletoads? Where's that Flash game? I'm going to boot up my Chrome browser. I'm going to find it. I want the Battletoads. Then I saw Battletoads. I'm like, no. And that's why everyone's like, Perfect Doc. I'm like, oh, I got to see Perfect Doc before I ask for Perfect Doc. Goddamn Phil Spencer will be like, yeah, guys, you know Perfect Doc. It was a first-person shooter. We decided to make it a top-down shooter right now. You know. I'm like, no, Phil. You know, like Halo Assault. Ultimate. I'm like, no, Phil. Like Halo Spartan Assault. My Perfect Doc that's the new vision. No. 3 Battletoads and AK. That's what's going to happen right there.
I don't think so, sucker.
I don't know. That's calling for it. They got 3 Battletoads on the screen. We're going to see what's going to happen. But you know what? Just to summarize, I got a great quote here, right? Here's a great quote that the initiative is making 44 guys. Guys, we almost have as much as initiative. We got 40 people. 4 more people. We got the initiative right here. That's all they got. But I got a quote right here, right? Here's a quote.
Not playing to win is like sleeping with your sister. Sure, she's a great piece of tail with a blouse full of goodies, but it's just illegal.
You know? And that's what happens. Microsoft's not playing to win. It's the truth. They're not playing to win.
Sir, do we get to win this time?
And that's what people would have asked Phil Spencer if they went to E3. They would have went up to Phil and said, Phil.
Sir, do we get to win this time?
My ass hurts just watching this.
And Phil will say this.
A huge cloud of shit. Wow. God, I think I smell it. Come on, let's go.
And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else.
And then I will walk over there and go like this.
I don't play this game.
That's basically Game Pass right there. But anyway, guys, we hit unprecedented numbers today. The grinders have been growing astronomically, and I want to thank you so much for the support and coming out for what grinds my gears. I love doing this. This is fun as hell, man. I love my grinds board. You guys make it amazing in the chat. Crack me up all the time. But yeah, man, I would do this. This is honestly how I feel. If I'm wrong tomorrow and they Sony just shits the bed, unfortunately I'll come up here very depressed. And just say, hey guys, Nintendo's where it's at. That's it. Nobody believes in consoles anymore. It's over. But I'm hoping, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna be blown away by tomorrow, and I can't wait. And finally, get excited for something, because it's been a rough road with not having that competition back and forth. And Microsoft just touting their plan and their master plan of basically leaving the console space and not making it very exciting for somebody who still wants to play on console. And, I'll play on PC. It's fine. But, I still want a console. And I wish Microsoft gave me a reason, because I would buy it. As much as I don't like the executives there. I don't not like the box, the hardware itself. I don't like the messaging, and I don't like the people running it, because I don't think that they have the best intentions for making great games. Because that's the key. That's why they're not doing that well. That's why in all this, because remember, Game Pass has been out for over 2 years. Has it really moved any needles? Xbox, the most powerful console in the world, has been out for over 3 years. Has it moved any needles? No. Because the biggest thing is the content. The games have failed. You have games that nobody wants to play, so who cares where they play them? Who cares if they're playing them on McDonald's, or they're playing them on their phone, or playing them on PC, or playing them? If they don't want to play them at all, what does it matter? And that's the problem. You got to make desirable games that people want to play. Sony has been doing that. Nintendo with Animal Crossing has done that. This is the stuff. Great. You cannot argue great games. And that's where they fall. In July, it is done. If they don't show it in July and people say, oh, stay tuned, dude, it's done. Because whatever Sony does tomorrow, Microsoft has to have a whale of a show in July, depending on just not even what Sony does tomorrow. Microsoft, yeah, Batman might be there. That was the other one. I forgot. That's right, Umar. That was the other one. Batman might be on that stage, and it might have some exclusivity to it. Sony is going to give you a reason to own PlayStation, and that's all I ask for. You are making a piece of electronics. You are making an entertainment system, and you got to give me a reason why. And the last example I'll leave you is if you got 2 lemonade stands, and the lemonade person on the Xbox one is like, I don't care if you drink my lemonade or not. Like, I really don't care. And just sits there nonchalantly. It's like, well, you could drink, you could go get a drink down the street. You could drink my lemonade. You could go, grab a soda, whatever. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Just sit back there, nonchalant, feet on the table. Drink my lemonade if you want. It doesn't matter to me. That's not my business. I'm not selling lemonade. Then I'm like, well, why the hell are you in a lemonade stand? But then the other person is sitting in the lemonade stand going, you see the lemons. You see the sugar. You see, like, it looks incredible. Like, it has the glistening on the picture of, like, this is the most refreshing lemonade, and they're sitting there and they're going like, "This is the best lemonade that is in this side of the block. Look at I use the freshest lemons, the quality lemons. This is the filtered water, raw sugar." And they're sitting there and they're like, "This is the best," and they're enthusiastic about it and selling it and making saying that they're using the best stuff. And you're standing there very thirsty. What stand are you going to drink from? The one with the foot on the table going, I don't care if you drink my lemonade or not. Just nonchalantly just have, you know what? It's the biggest pitcher. I got a huge pitcher of lemonade here, but you can drink it if you want. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Or the one that's marketing that lemonade, the one that's saying that they use the best quality and it tastes the best. Where are you going to go? And that's the story of Xbox and PlayStation. Sony's giving you a premium product with premium content. Microsoft is talking about a premium product with bullshit content. AAA lemonade. There you go. But that's the difference. Like, and that's why you just question, well, why you even have a lemonade stand? Like, why are you even here? And that's what I would say to Phil if I was interviewing him and he goes, the future is not the console. Like, the future is not the console. Then I would say, Phil, why are you even making a console? Oh, well, because there's people that still prefer it. But Phil, you said it's not your business. It doesn't matter how many you sell. It doesn't matter if people play on it. It's not about the device. Then why make the device? What? Why? Like, nobody says that. Like, if he said this to me, like if he said like game anywhere on stuff you have, you know what I mean? Like, I like watching TV on my phone, but then I could put it on my TV and then but you're forgetting you need a controller to play games. All right, my son tried Fortnite on his phone. He's like, "Dad, put it on the TV. I cannot play on this little phone." It's not the same experience. Like, if you hear a song on a TV and you hear a song on your thing through Spotify, it's the same goddamn song. The experience don't change. A game is totally different. It's an active experience. It's not passive. But it feels like, well, our future's not the console. It's not the console. Like, that's not our business. It's not how many I sell. We're going to focus on the player. Then why, if it's not the console, is not the focus of your business, then why even make a console? And I said it in my previous thing, if you don't want to hear it for the bites, I plugged my other show, my other thing. It's like, because basically the console is the blades. You're playing on the thing that's going to power the cloud in their future. So basically that's what they're doing. And what they're doing is they're making sure, and this I didn't have in my show last time, but what they're probably doing is making developers make games for the Xbox, because they're just going to strip it down and throw it in a blade, and now they got the games already made for that hardware. That's exactly what they're doing. Because if they get away with the console hardware, then no developer is going to develop. See, that's what Stadia is running into. Stadia is a brand new piece of hardware. Developers don't want to waste their time with it. They're like, I'm not starting a new dev kit for your Stadia bullshit. Microsoft already has the advantage. They got people developing already for the blades. So if they keep having developers make stuff for the Xbox console, basically they're building their cloud library simultaneously. That's the plan. Now, does that sound exciting to you? Because to Microsoft, the cloud is the future. The base of the xCloud, exactly. That's why they're still sticking with the console. But how the hell do you try to sell this hardware when you come out and say, I don't care about it? And I just don't understand, as a fan of the console, how are those quotes make you feel about dropping $500 on this system? I would not give them a goddamn dime, because if you don't care, I don't care. Because I'm not going to champion bullshit when you are just running around saying, "Oh, I'm putting exclusives on PC," and I'm not defending. I'm not going to feel confident in my product at all. And if you want to be Netflix, then be Netflix. Enjoy your Defenders, because I'm going to be playing the Avengers. And that's what people want. That's all the grinders want in here. 36 now, they're in here. That's all they want, is great games, because you cannot argue a great game. You show an amazing looking game, an amazing playing game, and it's an amazing story. nobody's going to go. There'll be trolls, but nobody's going to seriously say, oh my God, that's garbage. No, they'll be like, oh, that's interesting, but I'm not interested in it. You cannot argue a great game. And Microsoft has yet to make one. And now, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Ultra Preset Podcast with Merc and Frogs. We're going to be doing that. And then I'm probably, I already talked to Salty. I'm going to probably be on his podcast after that. After we finished our live stream with the Ultra Preset guys on there. So check that out at Merc 305's channel, because you'll get the live reaction here. Hopefully there claps and celebrations. And just like, wow, I can't wait to play this thing. Where can I pre-order it? That's what I want to feel at tomorrow's thing. And it's time, guys. We're gonna see next gen. No more mid-gen refreshes. Let us see what next gen is ready for and what we're gonna do. Just looking at the controller, I know that Sony is showing something that is new and refreshing. Just the controller between Xbox and Sony, you could see that Sony's doing something different and something special. Just like that. Just look at the controllers. Microsoft slapped a share button on it. Sony has a really innovative controller. That gets me excited for what Sony's going to bring tomorrow. Just the controller, because the controller has a lot of tech in it, and it looks like something that they're trying to do something different. And they're talking of the SSDs. And you can tell, Stadia, just to wrap up with Stadia, like Stadia, again, nobody wants to play streaming right now. And the thing is like, if you want to stream a game, you'll do that in a pinch. Like, hey, I forgot my console. Hey, I'm sitting here at the airport. I want to play a game or something like that. Like, that is not going, you're not going to just say my primary way to game right now is just streaming and depending on friggin' internet. It's not going to. And as you see, nobody wants it. Like, has Microsoft really talked about xCloud besides this latest thing? No. They were all hyping up xCloud, man, when Stadia was about to launch, man. It was all about xCloud this. And also, start charging people $10, $15 to play xCloud. Let's see how many members you have. You know? People want to play on. And again, how are you going to hype up xCloud when you're trying to sell a $500 12 teraflop machine? If they're like, hey, I could play the same game on Halo on my phone, why do I need to spend $500 on your hardware? That's a problem Microsoft has. Like, they got to try to maintain all those narratives. Good luck, because they went balls deep on they went, like, if they were in a circle, they went in 6 different directions at the same time. They went all in on cloud, all in on Game Pass, all in on consoles, all in on PC, and now they're like, they have no identity, because it's like, well, I don't know. Like, why do I buy one or the other? With Sony, if it was a circle, they took 3 steps into PC. They took 6 steps into PS Now. They're taking, like, 1 step into backwards compatibility. Like, Sony's just taking little steps in different directions, but still maintaining its core. Microsoft just took its core and just dissolved it in 5 different octopus arms. That's probably why you got the Kraken and no body, because that's basically a image of what Microsoft is. They're a bunch of all flopping arms with no core. And that's the good stuff I'll leave you with, guys. Again, this has been Jez7780 with a What Grinds My Gears, an epic What Grinds My Gears, and we're going to be hyped up for tomorrow. Check out this channel. Hit that subscribe button. The subscribers have been huge. The friggin' likes and the guys coming out and girls coming out for this, I want to thank you again for your support. And with that, guys, Jez7780, What Grinds My Gears in the books, and I am Ghost.